In the south of Siberia, there is a remarkable mountainous land, Altai. It holds many secrets. The nature of Altai resembles a fairy tale. The heroes of this fairy tale are animals, birds, rare herbs, and the spirits of rocky mountains. On the Altai land, people live in harmony with nature. Nature reserves help preserve its richness and pristine beauty. The Katunsky Biosphere Reserve is located in the Republic of Altai, on the border with Kazakhstan. It is one of the highest altitude nature reserves in Russia. It is named after the mighty Katun River. The river originates on the southern slope of Beluga, the highest mountain in Siberia. The reserve contains vast reserves of fresh water. Over 140 glaciers and numerous snowfields of the Katun Range feed the rivers and streams that flow into the Katun. In the mountain valleys, turquoise lakes shimmer like mirrors. The largest among them is Lake Taimani. It stretches over 5 kilometers in length. Its maximum depth is 75 meters. Is that a lot or a little? You decide. It's the same height as a 20-story building. The right bank of the lake is lined with high sheer cliffs and wildflower meadows. They are covered with lush carpets of columbines and globeflowers. The beauty here is breathtaking. Many valuable medicinal plants grow here. In the meadows, golden bedstraw blooms, and you can spot the large lilac flowers of Maral root, Rhodiola carthens, Rosea. Siberian hunters long ago noticed that male marals, Siberian deer, dig up and eat the roots of this plant, especially during mating season. Humans have used Rosea in medicine since ancient times. It brings strength, longevity, and mental clarity. In the forest glades grows an orchid, Fuchs finger orchid, Dactyloryza fuchsii. The tuberous roots of this plant resemble fused fingers. This species is listed in the Red Book, as are the Maral and Rosea. Early in the morning or at dusk, the master of the taiga appears on open slopes. A mother bear and her cubs are having breakfast in a clearing. The cubs are only a few months old. They are learning to find their own food. Bears are omnivores, but plant food makes up most of their diet. The bears of the reserve feed on plant shoots and roots, cedar nuts, and berries. Animal food is a smaller part of their diet. It may include insects, small mammals, bird eggs, and of course, carrion. When they see a human, bears usually hurry to hide among trees or shrubs. Let's descend to the water. The left bank of Lake Taimani is more gently sloped. It's covered with coniferous taiga made up of cedars, spruces, and larches. Mountain rivers, Bolshia, big, and Malaya, small, Gromatuka, cut through the dense forest. Mysterious green threads hang from spruce branches. This is the shrubby lichen called usnea. Locals call it the forest spirit's beard. It might seem like usnea parasitizes trees, but that's not the case. Trees merely serve as support to allow the lichen to position itself in space and acts as sunlight. Bearded lichens obtain energy and nutrients through photosynthesis and get water and minerals from the air. Usnea is one of the most sensitive indicators of air purity. You won't find it in cities. It dies with the slightest pollution. In the lakeside forest, an osprey, a large bird of prey, has built a nest. The osprey is easy to distinguish from other raptors. It has a light underside with a small chest patch and a broad dark stripe running through its eye. Ospreys usually nest near large bodies of water. They feed on fresh fish, which they spot from high above the water. If fish is scarce, they may catch rodents, frogs, and small birds. Ospreys often build nests on broken treetops, using large branches, moss, and grass. They construct and repair their nests themselves, returning to the same spot year after year. Inside the nest, one chick and 2 eggs. Osprey chicks are born helpless and stay in the nest for almost 2 months before their first flight. From birth, they are covered in thick down. Both parents care for the chicks. In autumn, ospreys migrate to warmer countries. These fish-eating birds are listed in the red books of both Russia and the Republic of Altai. While the osprey soars over the water in search of prey, let's dive down below. In June, an important event occurs in mountain rivers, the spawning of grayling. This is the Solovuka, the largest tributary of Lake Tamanite. At the river mouth, in shallow waters, you can see clusters of fish even from the shore. The Siberian grayling is a freshwater fish from the salmon family. Grayling prefer fast-moving rivers with rocky sandy beds. They also live in cold, flowing lakes such as Tamanite. The body of the grayling is covered with dense scales, and a large spotted dorsal fin decorates its back. To begin reproducing, grayling must grow to 3-4 years old. Males are usually larger than females, and their dorsal fins are bright and tall, like a rooster's comb. This impressive look seems to say, "Look how strong and healthy I am," drawing attention from females. Reproduction is essential. But what about predators? The osprey is not the only bird that hunts grayling. Another danger from above is the great cormorant. This large water bird feeds almost exclusively on fish. It's not easy to hide from a cormorant. They are excellent swimmers and divers. The Rosea River flows out of Lake Tamanite, 20 kilometers downstream, and we reach the Katun. In its upper reaches, the Katun River has both steep rocky and gentle forest-covered banks. In the valley of the river, marals are grazing. The maral is a subspecies of the red deer. It is a large animal with a slender build and a long, flexible neck. Males bear branched, symmetrical antlers. The older the animal, the more tines the antlers have. Females have no antlers. In spring, marals shed their coats. On sunny days, they feed and rest on the slopes. They position themselves so that there is a clear view ahead, and behind them, forest or shrubs where they can hide from predators. At the end of August, snow often falls in the mountains. The rutting season approaches, and most marals descend from the highlands to forested areas. This is the valley of the Katunsky River. The animals feed vigorously before the harsh winter season. They eat tree and shrub branches, dry grass, berries, and even fallen cedar cones. Their keen hearing and good sense of smell allow marals to sense approaching danger from afar and flee to safety. Let's go back to early summer. In the north of the reserve lies Lake Upper Multanskoye, one of the most beautiful in the Altai. It is the source of the Multa River and another tributary of the Katun. Giant cedars grow along the lake shores. The scientific name of this evergreen tree is the Siberian pine. It has a dense crown with thick branches. Its powerful roots help it cling to rocks and cliffs. The main treasure of the Siberian pine is its seeds, rich in nutrients. They ripen in large cones with tightly pressed scales. The cedar is a generous tree. It provides shelter and food to various animals and birds. Some of them, like the nutcracker and the chipmunk, store cedar nuts for the winter and help spread this valuable Siberian tree. Large mergansers have arrived at the lake. These large ducks stay in pairs or small flocks. They have light-colored bodies with dark heads and short red legs. Webbed feet connect their 3 front toes. The merganser can be distinguished from herbivorous ducks by its long, narrow beak, with sharp serrations along the edges and a hook at the tip. It helps the bird hunt for fish. Upper Multanskoye Lake has several tributaries. They are fed by melting snowfields and glaciers. Under the mountain pass lie small lakes. They give life to a picturesque stream that tumbles down a rocky ledge as a waterfall. The stream's valley resembles a blooming oasis in the realm of rocks and stones. Many plant species grow here. Many of them are listed in red books. At the water's edge blooms Rhodiola algida from the Crassulaceae family. And this plant is perhaps the most vulnerable in the Altai. Rhodiola rosea, or golden root, is highly valued for its medicinal properties. People harvest it in large quantities for sale. Its population is rapidly declining. Only in the reserve is Rhodiola rosea under reliable protection. Along with the rest of its flora, let's peek into the rocky scree. The Kurums, they seem uninhabited. Who would want to live among bare stones? Let's take a closer look. Here, an 8-legged hunter from the orb-weaver spider family spins its trap web. Scientists have named it Aculeaptera carbonarians. This species lives only in Kurums. It is a relative of the cross spiders we often see in forests or old houses. Aculeaptera feeds on flying insects. Like other orb weavers, it constructs a wheel-shaped web, which can be called an engineering marvel of nature. Inside the spider's abdomen are silk glands that produce viscous thread, which hardens in the air. On the ends of its legs, the spider has claws and special bristle pads. These help the spider weave its web. The claws help it move across the web without getting tangled in its own threads. If danger approaches, Aculeaptera drops down and hides. Not only spiders live in the stone screes. This is the Altai Pika. It looks like a large mouse, but it's not a rodent. It's a member of the Lagomorph order. Pikas live in colonies and usually stay in pairs. Each family's territory has clearly defined borders, which they mark with the secretions of their neck glands. These animals don't dig burrows. They build nests in the crevices between rocks. Pikas are diurnal creatures.
They use their sharp incisors to cut off green plant shoots and lay them out on stones to dry, preparing hay for the winter.
Their reserves are sometimes raided by hoofed animals, such as the Marals. People often call Pikas
Haymakers.
on steep scree slopes and among the stone fields, kurums, you can find an extraordinary plant, Rhodiola bitterwort. You may ask, what makes it special? This rare species grows only in the upper reaches of the Malta River and has not been recorded anywhere else in the world. Rhodiola bitterwort is a large perennial from the aster family. Its rough stem is covered at the top with long tangled hairs. Its flower heads and stems are also densely hairy. These adaptations help the plant survive the extreme conditions of high mountain areas, protecting it from cold temperatures, wind, and moisture loss. The species was named in honor of botanist Nadezhda Rhodiola, who studied the Kami and Sayan mountain ranges. Winter. The mountains and taiga doze under a snowy blanket. Deep in the forest, the Siberian musk deer forages. Its favorite delicacy is lichen, including the familiar usnea.
Musk deer are drawn to fallen, moss-covered trees, as well as to dry branches, broken off by wind or snow, from which they carefully nibble, with dwelling lichens.
This shy and cautious ungulate is active at dusk and at night.
Musk deer don't have antlers, but nature has given the males
long, sharp fangs. Their hind legs are longer and stronger than the front ones, allowing the musk deer to jump high and far. Excellent agility helps them escape predators. Friends, we've taken a short journey into the world of the Katunsky Nature Reserve. It's impossible to capture its full diversity in a single film. The reserve is home to nearly 60 species of mammals and more than 150 species of birds, not to mention other vertebrates and invertebrates. About 700 species of higher vascular plants grow here. All the inhabitants of the reserve live their natural lives. The mountains of the Katun Ridge stand as a reliable barrier, protecting the fragile nature within. And people are making great efforts to preserve it. They know for certain, if no untouched wilderness remains on Earth, then humanity will not survive.